So I think we're going to get started. Thank you all for coming. Welcome to today's roundtable discussion about the Temporary Foreign Worker Program. First, since we're here to talk about the laboring of migrants, it's important that we consistently keep in mind the particular lands upon which that takes place, on the occupied and unceded Coast Salish territories, which are Tsleil-Waututh, Musqueam, and Squamish lands. On these lands, we've seen the dramatic expansion in the number of migrant workers. Canada's Temporary Foreign Worker Program, which includes the Seasonal Agricultural Worker Program, the Live-In Caregiver Program, the pilot project for occupations requiring lower levels of formal training, and the provincial territorial nominee programs, has more than tripled its laborers since 2003. According to data provided by Employment and Social Development Canada, 695 companies in Vancouver alone are authorized to employ temporary migrant workers. This hits closer to home than we might initially think. One of these companies, Frankie's Italian Kitchen and Bar, is right next door to us, just to my right. The more than 300,000 migrant workers in Canada are tied to their employer and have limited rights. If they quit their jobs or are fired, they face deportation. Stories of poor working conditions, unpaid wages, and other abuses are common. Permanent pathways to residency have been drastically impacted, from exclusionary refugee laws to cuts to family sponsorships. This has all occurred during, or maybe because, of swelling anti-migrant sentiments, deliberately stoked by the federal government, among other interested parties. Now the same government that has vastly expanded the Temporary Foreign Workers Program has announced a moratorium on new and pending permits of migrant workers in the fast food and restaurant sector. This change has inspired debate even within the progressive community, with some supporting the decision and others criticizing it. And so we're here today to hear from some researchers and activists who've been working and thinking about this issue and its developments. I'd like to introduce the roundtable participants. We have Adriana Paz Ramirez from Justice for Migrant Workers, David Ferry, the former director of the Trade Union Research Bureau, Paul Finch, the treasurer for the BC Government and Service Employees Union. We have Arlene Orabel from the Philippine Women's Center for BC, and Tracy Mann of No One Is Illegal, Vancouver, Coast Salish Territories. So I also want to announce that we'll be taking a break after the first round of questions for a performance by MC and poet Sol Diana. Also, childcare is available, I think, at the back. And there are washrooms just outside and to the left. So now I guess we'll get into the first round of questions.